Hi Group 1, welcome to the Avana Arcana, where I provide intuitive messages to help you water the garden of your own life and blossom into the best you possible. And so today we are taking a look at what beauty do you possess that you don't see, okay? And so I've went ahead and shuffled and pulled your cards, and for your foundation card or your root card, you have number 33, Oshun's Machete. It says radical truth, clarity, and self-awareness. And then for your tarot cards, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Daughter of Pentacles, the Son of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the God of Cups. Okay. And so what beauty do you possess, Group 1, that you don't see? So what I'm getting here is that some of you possess an ability to, you have self-awareness. You have very clear self-awareness, and the beautiful thing about that is that people who are self-aware are able to, how can I say it? They're able to adjust and shift and change when they need to, and correct things before it gets out of hand, and work on themselves where they need to work on themselves, as opposed to someone who has no self-awareness and they are pretty much just bulldozing through life, not realizing the part that they play in things, and they just kind of like stormroll through other people's lives, and also while jeopardizing their own lives. So you have a kind of self-awareness where you can operate in the world in a way where it benefits you the most, okay? And without causing harm to others. You also have an ability or a beauty about you in which you are able to deliver or share the truth and help people to see things clearly. Okay, you have a beautiful way of bringing clarity to a situation, to a conversation, just, and maybe even like talking with someone where they might seem confused or be a little confused or lack understanding about something, whereas you are able to offer that person some wisdom and enlightenment so that they are able to get a clearer picture and a better perspective of things, and from there they're able to make better moves and changes for themselves. And they might not even realize it right then and there as you're sharing this with them or saying this to them, but like once the conversation ends and they go on about their day, something you may have said to them will stick with them, and they'll take that with them for a very long time. And from that, because it has stuck with them, it's like when they end up in situations, they're able to almost hear your guidance again in that moment and make the right choice in that circumstance. Okay, so let's see what else. Group 1, you have a way in which you may not realize how much you come off as like having your stuff together. You may not feel that way, or maybe you do, I don't know, but to others you just give off this thing where you seem like the type of person who has all their shit together. You also give off like leadership qualities, okay? And if you don't feel this, and if you don't see this in yourself at the moment, I think this is something that is within you and that needs to be brought to the forefront. Okay, I think that you have very good leadership, very strong leadership qualities. Do not play the background. Do not dim your light. Do not play small, because it's definitely within you. Okay, on the bottom of the deck here, you have the Emperor. Okay, and so I think people see you as someone who puts in time and effort into themselves and into their life and works hard, and is able to now enjoy the fruits of your labor, or you just, you have your life together. You look from the outside in, you look like organized, and like, you're adulting, like you're adulting properly to others. And this can lead to others being inspired by you, which is a very beautiful thing. Okay, I also see that even your appearance, like the way you look, how you carry yourself, people may not tell you, or just even like you may be walking down the street and it could be somebody who's seen you from inside a shop or something like that, and they'll think to themselves, oh wow, she looks really good, she looks really nice. I really need to get my stuff together because sis is working that outfit or whatever. So or her hair, oh my god, her hair is beautiful, her hair looks really nice. So you give off this quality that like you keep yourself up, cleanliness, organized, just you have that it factor. You just look like you're doing the damn thing. You look like you put time and effort like to take care of yourself before you leave the home. Okay, or even maybe like your the things that you possess, like your home, your car, even maybe like the accessories that you use to adorn yourself, like really gives off the impression that like you live a higher quality life. Okay. I also see that you another beautiful thing that you have about you, another beautiful quality that you have about you that you don't see, or probably not at the moment, is that you are very generous with, it could even be financially or just in giving. You're very giving, and you're also very giving in terms of kindness and like compassion. Okay, even if it's a compassionate word or compassionate advice to someone, or you deliver it in a way that is non-judgmental, it's very fair, it's very balanced. I also see that you seem to be someone who maybe doesn't really gatekeep a lot. You're very willing to share. If something is working for you or has worked for you and you've gained blessings from it, you're very willing to bless others with that information so that they can bless themselves. I also see that you are very emotionally intelligent, Group 1. Very emotionally intelligent. I think that you are also pretty transparent, and you allow yourself to be vulnerable, but in a mature way. You're not just like having emotional, just an emotional vomit where you're just like venting, and I feel like you're able to maintain your emotions in a mature way that's not disruptive to you or the people around you. You can express yourself in a very emotionally mature way. I also feel like a beautiful quality that you have, Group 1, is that you're able to, this goes back to the self-awareness, but you're able to go within and reflect on yourself, which is always top tier in my book, because the change starts from within. It starts with ourselves, right? I feel like, Group 1, that you are a guiding light for people, and you might not even realize it. You might not even know it. Just in the way you carry yourself, the way you are, the way you speak, your kindness, your compassion. You're a guiding light for people. You lead by example. And if this is something that you don't really feel is you, if this is not resonating, I feel like this is saying this is who you are at your core. So you may be doing things in your life right now that hold you back from being this woman. Or maybe you're just in the process of developing and blossoming into her. And that's okay, okay? No rush, as long as we're taking steps in the right direction. You have this way where you can share and give generously in terms of material things and love and compassion and wisdom in a way where it causes other people to ascend within themselves. It leads to a beautiful or a positive transformation in others, or a quantum leap in others. The things that you say to them, the way that you move and carry yourself in the world, it's just very inspiring to others. Okay, at the bottom of this deck you have Oshun of the Crossroads, Ascension, Transformation, and Quantum Leap. And I feel like you have a beautiful way of helping others with this, in terms of rising higher and transforming into their most beautiful self, and being able to quantum leap, being able to bridge a gap, being able to have a breakthrough. Okay. All right. Group 1, I think that is all that I'm getting for you. Group 1, I am a new channel, and if you could ever so kindly hit the thumbs up button for me. If you gained anything of benefit from this reading, I would love for you to subscribe and join me. I try to post a reading every Sunday. And I also do a little pick a card, like a mini pick a card on my community tab during the week, where you just take a look at the little picture, you pick a card, you'll see a hand holding a card or holding 3 cards, and you can pick any one of those cards and then open the information tab, and you'll see what your mini message is for that day. So I would love to have you on board here on the channel, and thank you again for tuning in, and I'll see you in another reading. Bye-bye. Hey Group 2, welcome to the Avana Arcana, where I provide intuitive messages to help you water the garden of your own life and blossom into the best you possible. And today we are taking a look at what beauty do you possess that you don't see. Okay, and so I went ahead and shuffled and pulled your cards, and for your root card you have Oshun of Boundaries, card number 28. It says cord cutting, energetic balance, and liberation. And for your story cards, you have the Ace of Wands, the Son of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Okay. So Group 1, or I'm sorry, Group 2, I apologize. What I'm seeing is that when it comes to you and your personal life, you have a way of cutting out the bullshit. Okay? Anything that doesn't serve you, or anything that you see is starting to disrupt your peace, disrupt the flow within your life, or just anything that's starting to seem like a blockage or a hindrance, or an energetic drain on you, you have a beautiful ability to cut it off. You don't sit and linger in it. You don't allow people to play with you for too long. I just think that you have firm boundaries. And if you don't, I feel like you have the ability for this, okay? Or you may be being called to step more into that because it is within you. You have a beautiful ability to bring balance back to your life, your own life. This may even be within your own body, your health. It's like you automatically know what to do to bring yourself back. But you also have this ability when coming to relationships or circumstances, or maybe even like within business, like in the workplace, you just have this ability to cut things off when it's no longer serving you, or bring balance back to something where the scales are starting to tip in an unfavorable way. You also have this beautiful ability to liberate yourself. So if there's anything that you feel is causing stagnation in your life, or blockages, or anything that's making you feel trapped, you don't stay for too long. You have an ability to find a way out. You're proactive in finding a solution. You're very solution-oriented, group 2. You don't just sit down and, wait for things to fall into your lap, or wait for things to go the way you hope they would go. You take initiative to liberate yourself, to free yourself. Okay, I'm also seeing that aside from you being able to do this and achieve this in your own life, in your own personal life, you also have a way of doing this for others. I feel like some of you may be strong advocates for certain causes. You have a warrior goddess kind of spirit to you. Some of you may have a lot of fire in you. Whether you have fire in your chart or not, you have a fire spirit. You have what I call feminine fire. And you don't just sit back and allow things to get out of hand, or allow certain people or groups to just have free range in destroying other people or other things. You are the one that is most likely to step in and speak up, speak out, take action, and make it known that, hey, this is not right, this is not going to fly, and you're going to have to go through me in order to, I feel like that's the kind of spirit that you have. You are also, in doing this, one of your tactics I feel like is delivering the truth. You will bring the truth full force. No stopping, no holds bar. You're not sugarcoating anything. You're going to say it like it is. Group 2. I feel like you have a way of stepping in and almost being kind of like a knight in shining armor for downtrodden people, or maybe even for animals, abused animals, or anything like that. It doesn't even have to be a cause. It can just be like, you can see like a friend or someone in your family who you feel like is being taken advantage of, or something like that, and you will step in. Also, I don't feel like it's only just for like victimization. I also feel like if you see somebody who is just having the worst time and like just going through one negative thing after the next, and you can see that it's really weighing on their spirit, and even weighing on them physically, and I feel like you're just not the type to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry you're going through that. I feel like you are the type to be like, hey, what can I do? Would this help? I feel like that's the type of person that you are. But I also feel like you're very balanced in this. I don't feel like you allow people to use you and take advantage of you just because you have this spirit about you where you're willing to fight for others. I don't feel like you're just willing to step in into anything and just start fighting for someone or something. I feel like the cause has to be just, it has to be good, and it also has to be where it's not a danger to you. I feel like you're very balanced in this. I don't feel like you just give your energy to every and anyone, just give it away freely. I don't feel that that's you. I also feel like you have an ability when things get tough on you. You have this beautiful way where most people would give up, you would persevere. You would persevere. At the bottom of the deck here, group 2, you have the 9 of Wands. Okay, and this is all about not giving up and persevering. And then at the bottom of this deck, you have Oshun of harmonic balance, harmony, inner peace, synchronicity. So like I said, I feel like you have this way of bringing balance, justice to certain situations, or just within your own life where you feel like maybe something isn't going right, something isn't fair, or if there's imbalance in the energy, like say you feel like maybe you're doing all the giving, or you're doing all the work, you will cut that off immediately. You will speak up about it, or even pull back your energy, or withhold your energy or your work or your labor or your gifts or whatever. I feel like you... Give me 1 second. The things that you do, this persevering spirit that you have, has the ability to bring about change, beautiful change and transformation, where things start to get better. You bring about improvements. What you do brings about improvements. Even if sometimes you don't even personally benefit from it, but somebody else or other people benefit from it. Sometimes you might not even benefit from it directly. But know that nothing goes unseen in the universe, and even though that particular situation you didn't get any benefit from it, your benefit, your reward is going to come from somewhere else, from someplace else. It doesn't have to always come from that particular thing. You'll get it back in another way at another time. That is in divine timing and is in perfect alignment with what you need. There is a balance that is maintained there, so you're not really losing out. I also feel like because of this type of spirit that you have, you will be rewarded for this. You'll see some small wins, and you'll see some very generous wins, but it's never, what you do is never in vain. It's never in vain. I feel like you also have great ideas in terms of bringing justice and balance and harmony to either certain people or certain situations or certain causes. I feel like you can offer great ideas, great wisdom, wonderful understanding to things, a different perspective that others may not see. That can be very beneficial. I feel like you also inspire others to have that kind of spirit as well, to fight for things as well. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else I'm getting. I feel like you're the type that, you know, you can work like for like city council or you know what I mean? Like you can, I don't know. Or like you can have that kind of position within a job, within a career where maybe even like lawyer. Or judge. I feel like you would be great as head of a household or some kind of organization. Okay. And last but not least, I also feel like in terms of like physical beauty that you may possess, I feel like you may have very balanced features. Like your face symmetry may be very balanced, your body, and that's always very beautiful. So your facial structure may be very beautiful, group 2, and your body symmetry. So just a reminder, group 2, just make sure that you don't burn yourself out. Make sure that you don't overgive. Make sure that you're not just fighting for everyone else and not pouring back into yourselves. Okay, as a matter of fact, I think I just did a reading this weekend past. The title was How Are You Being Called to Fill Your Own Cup at This Time? So maybe take a look at that reading as well. But other than that, I think that's all that I'm getting for you, Group 2. Group 2, I am a new channel, so I would love if you can hit the thumbs up and either leave me a comment, subscribe if you've gained anything of value here in this reading today. And also check out my community tab. During the week, I post a little fun mini pick a card game. You just take a look at the picture. There's a hand holding 3 cards. Pick one of the cards and then open the information tab to see what your mini message for the day is. Okay, so thanks again, Group 2, and I will see you in another reading. Bye-bye. Hi, Group 3. Welcome to the Avana Arcana, where I provide intuitive messages to help you water the garden of your own life and blossom into the best you possible. And so today we are taking a look at what beauty do you possess that you don't see. And so I've went ahead and shuffled and pulled your cards, and let me show you what came out for you, okay? For your root card, you have Oshun of Unwavering Love, and it says unconditional love, compassion, and selflessness. Okay. And then for your story cards, you have the Ace of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Son of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Okay, so Group 3, I feel like you have the most amazing heart ever. What's beautiful about you is your heart, Group 3. You have such a beautiful heart. I think you are just a beautiful soul. I think you just have, I think you're just a sweetheart. Group 3, I think you're just an absolute sweetheart. I think your love is, I think the way you love is intoxicating. I think it's yummy. I think you probably almost have even an irresistible quality about you. but you just have a big heart. You have a big heart, and the way you love is just, I think it calls people in. Okay, but the main thing that I'm seeing here is, I feel like you have this beautiful ability to crack people's hearts wide open. I feel like you can, I feel like the way you love, it seeps into the, this is going to sound so weird. I feel like you can open the chambers of people's hearts and get to what's hiding in there, and help them get to what's hiding in there, in all the little nooks and crannies and all the little dark rooms in their hearts, and start to shed light on that. Or I feel like your heart, like your love is like a, like this healing elixir. Like the love that pours from you is like a healing, soothing elixir that just cleanses and purifies everything. You have a very balanced way of doing this as well. I feel like you're very emotionally balanced as well. The love that you, the way that you love is, I feel like, is of a very high vibration. It's very high vibrational love. And I think that you just have this ability to get people to venture into areas within themselves that they may not have been able to do without your love. And therefore, once they venture into those places within themselves, a healing takes place. An emotional release can take place. Renewal can take place. I think that your love is not just sweetsy, yummy. It's also very, I feel like you have the ability to get into people's hearts and take them to the underworld. Like, into like their shadow self, where the unblocking can start to happen within them. Things that they may not have wanted to see or just didn't want to venture into on their own. I feel like you literally can like say, give me your hand. It's like, give me your hand. And you walk them into these places through your love. But you do this in a very balanced and compassionate way. It's like they can drink from your cup, and an automatic transformation, cleansing, and renewal starts to happen within them while being like in relationship with you. Whether it's a romantic relationship or a friendship or a familial relationship, I just feel like it doesn't matter what context it is, you just have this ability. And I feel like even the words that you speak, sometimes it can cut through, but it's still from a loving place. And sometimes people need that, even if they don't want that, it's what they need. And once you cut through the darkness, it's like your healing elixir can then seep in and start to heal. But that initial words, the initial cutting, may not always feel so pleasant to the person on the receiving end. I feel like you deliver truth. I feel like you deliver a love through truth and balance that initially may be uncomfortable to people, but after a while they will see that you are right, or that what you have given to them was very healing and very helpful. I also feel like you have a way where you know how to you know how to balance the love that you give. You don't just pour out onto others without giving to yourself. If you look here, she's with a lover, and she is, they are in an embrace, and there's honey and sweetness and drums and honeycomb and all this kind of stuff around them. But if you look very closely, she's not looking at his face. She's looking into a mirror. She's looking at herself. So even though you may have this wonderful love for others that you can pour onto others, I don't think you neglect yourself. And if this doesn't sound like you, then here's your calling to do that, okay? Don't just pour out onto others. You have to be able to give that to yourself. I also think that you have a very beautiful ability to magic, or spirituality. I feel like, and you can do this from the highest degree because of the level of love that you hold in your heart. Your magic will work immensely. Like, it can be pretty intense because of the purity in your heart, group 3. So I feel like if you were to do mirror magic or mirror work, if you were to do affirmations and speak over yourself in your life or over others in a benevolent way, it holds a lot of power. Your words and your love holds a lot of weight. I'm just seeing here because you have the Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords, and I just feel like even if you do like scripting or writing from a very loving place, from a compassionate place, you may get great results from that. So you have this capacity for sweetness and love and healing and compassion and selflessness, maybe even an unconditional kind of love, but you don't neglect yourself in this either. You make sure that you give this to yourself as well. I just feel like group 3 that you are incredibly powerful. You have a lot of power in this, and that is one of the things that makes you very beautiful, that you may not even realize it, you may not even see. You may also possess, group 3, a kind of just innate knowing and understanding of certain things spiritually. You may just hold some kind of ancient wisdom in terms of love and universal love and compassion, or romantic love, or just love in general. And you may be able to see things from a perspective and in a way that most people cannot, because most people are operating from their biases and their prejudices and their judgments, and their programming. And so you may have evolved past these things, group 3, which allows you access, I want to say, to like a deeper understanding of the power of love and true love, like the truth of it. Your love just brings this kind of healing and cleansing to others and to yourself. It keeps a level of balance within your own life, within your personal life, and when you share it with others, it does the same for them as well. You may have this ability to, like, you can be in a conversation with someone and they're going through something, and they seem like they're holding it together, whatever, and then you can just say something and next thing you know, the waterworks are coming and they're boo-hooing nonstop, because you were able to unlock something in their emotions and in their heart that no one else could, because you could see it and you know it. Yeah. Your love, you just hold a lot of value in terms of healing love. I feel like you have a very feminine quality about you as well. You just have this womanly kind of love that you can give, and it's very healing and very nurturing and nourishing to people, but also yourself as well. I also feel like you may have some inner understanding of sacred sexuality as well. And so in relationship, you just have a very magnetic and very powerful way about you in relationships. And it brings about a healing. Even if you don't stay with that person, they will be forever changed by you, by being in relationship with you. Okay, I think that is all I'm getting for you, Group 3. I hope this reading brought you some kind of something positive. If it has, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Subscribe to the channel. I am a new channel. I post videos every Sunday, so go ahead and subscribe, and you'll be the first to see those. And in my community tab, I also offer a little game that you can play during the week. I post a little mini pick a card in my community tab, and I give you like a little mini message for the day. So go ahead and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in another reading. Bye bye.